Class 11. Now we'll be moving on to 5.3, which deals with solving of quadratic equation. And now after having studied complex numbers in class 10th, these type of equation used to stop your work saying that no real roots, but now you know a higher set than real numbers, which is complex numbers. So now we are in the condition to give it solution. So like the first one is very simple, x square plus 3 is equal to 0. To simplify, naturally we take the constant to the other side, because by taking under root we can easily do it. But now when we are considering under root, it's coming under root of a negative number. Okay, obviously plus minus signs have to come. When you take under root on your own, you consider both the signs. Quadratic है, वैसे भी two roots आनी चाहिए. Okay, so now we've studied that whenever we've got to find under root of a negative number, we take it as under root of 3, and under root of minus 1 has been defined as iota. Okay, so the roots of this equation would be plus minus under root 3i. Okay, let us take another example here now. In the fourth one, see, it's given as minus x square plus x minus 2 is equal to 0. So one way of factorizing is splitting or using identity. None of them applicable here. Okay, you cannot find factors of 2 to give you 1 out here. Okay, or the best way around is that we have to find our discriminant to decide what kind of roots do we have. Okay, so that's minus 1, a, b is 1, and your c is minus 2. You need not highlight. I am doing it in one question to revise or make things clear to you. Otherwise you can cut it short. You can straight away find the roots. Okay, so b square minus 4ac, that is our discriminant, which helps us decide what kind of roots we'll get. So b square minus 4 into minus 1 into minus 2. So 3 negatives gives you negative. 4 2s are 8. So your D is coming as minus 7. So till class 10, you used to say, your work used to stop here saying that no real roots. But now when you get discriminant negative, then also we'll proceed, because we will get imaginary roots now. Okay, which we know how to find the solution. So x is equal to, that was your quadratic formula, minus b plus minus under root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Okay, obviously for all these equations you'll have to go for quadratic formula, children, because इसके आपको factors मिल ही नहीं पाएंगे. Okay, by splitting or something else. So you'll do it by quadratic formula. So this goes here. B was 1, so this becomes minus 1, and plus minus, now we had already evaluated our D to be minus 7. So when you're considering under root of this D, so root 7 आप अलग से लिख लोगे, and ये minus sign adjust हो जाएगा with this I. And upon 2 into A was minus 1, so your denominator minus 2. If you want, you can adjust this negative sign here in numerator. We usually do not leave negative sign in denominator. So you can give the solution as 1, minus minus cancels, and these can alter, signs can be altered. Minus plus comes to the same, एक बार negative लेना, एक बार positive, so both signs have to be there. Okay, so that way the solution can be written. Okay, that's another example. So this time I've cut it short. I've not mentioned the formulas. Okay, I've cut it short straight away. So this was your quadratic equation given. So first I've evaluated D. You can do it here also, but it's always convenient क्योंकि ये थोड़ा expression lengthy होता है, तो इसको simplify कर लोगे, then you can straight away put the value. Okay, so that's your b square minus 4ac. Root 2 into root 2, 2, 4 2s are 8, minus 8 plus 1 minus 7. Now putting it as minus b was 1 here. So minus b plus minus, this becomes, when you take its under root 7. Sorry, I've missed out that root sign from there. So it's root 7, and minus 1's under root will be written as I, and upon 2a. A was root 2. Okay. Okay, so this exercise is simple. I've just taken few examples, and the remaining you will try yourself, children. It's going to be simple for you. Simple calculation, nothing much to do there. Okay, so this is your b square now, minus 4ac. Okay, 4ac. So if you're multiplying that, root 3 becomes 3. Root 3 into root 3 is 3. 3 3s are 9. 4s are 36. And root 2's square becomes 2. So minus of 34. Putting the value, minus of b, minus minus becomes plus root 2. Plus minus, this will be written as under root 34i because of the negative sign, upon 2a. straight away your solution. Okay, so if you know your quadratic formula, and then now we know that under root of -1 is to be written as I, we know our solutions. Okay, then there was this example, ninth one. Again evaluating d first, so that's 1 square b square minus 4a is also 1, c is 1 by root 2. This 4 we can split as 2 into 2, and then one of that 2, one of the root 2 would get cancelled. Okay, every 2 is root 2 square, so एक root 2 cancel हो गया, so 4 divided by root 2 is 2 root 2. Okay, now then when we are putting it in formula, minus of b was 1 here, minus of b plus minus, when you're considering under root of this number, now obviously this is negative because 1 and ये है minus 2 root 2, तो ये number बड़ा है हमारा 2 into root 2, this value would be greater than 1, so the resultant will come out to be negative. तो जब आप इसको लिखोगे तो it's always bigger number minus the smaller number, तो इससे हम minus sign common लेंगे and we will write it as 2 root 2 minus 1, और वो जो माइनस हमारा अंडर रूट -1 कॉमन आया था दैट विल बी रिटन एज आई. Okay, so we'll rearrange this because keeping in mind, knowing that 1 minus this is a bigger number has to give me a negative outcome. So we've taken that minus sign common, which we've written as I under root of that -1 as I, and this number will be changed as 2 root 2 minus 1, and upon 2a, a was 1, so that's your solution. Okay, so likewise you can try rest of them. It's a simple exercise.